I don't know how they just get away with shit like that.
Yeah, the teachers need to be. I mean, cops need to be fired or something. I don't know.
Definitely fired.
They're not gonna get fired. They'll probably get like, what is it when they get fucking put on respite with leave and shit? You still get paid and shit. Like, they care too much about the gun laws, and to them, they don't think they did anything wrong
Yeah, except they didn't do their job, I think.
at all.
Yeah.
And if I'm a parent, I'm pissed.
It's like, damn, those are the people you have protecting like
But
your
to me-
community.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what?
yeah. Like I'd rather strap, and that kind of like it like goes against it. There's so many mixed emotions because like if that's who's protecting you, why wouldn't you want to protect yourself at a higher level?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like this is who's gonna defend me. Like when all shit hits the fan, I'm supposed to give up my guns, and then these are the people that are supposed to defend us. Like
Yeah.
how that kind of like it makes it's like it's mixed emotions. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you want gun reform because this guy just killed the kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the people who were supposed to defend us from that monster didn't. So why
It
wouldn't
was-
I?
yeah.
You know?
To me,
Like-
it comes all down to the fucking chief in that police station because, yes, those guys out of morality should have ran in there, but they didn't run in there because their boss told them probably don't do anything until I get there or till I say so.
Yeah, maybe they were following orders or, which sucks.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It just didn't seem right. Like it's like how you guys said last week. Like, oh, if that was me, like I
Yeah.
would do this. Like you never
Right.
really know until you're put in that position.
Yeah.
And clearly, these people just like aren't built for that position.
And
you
I
know
think
what I'm saying?
I think in certain
They cared about their pensions more.
and
than
I think like in
Yeah.
certain situations, all that like draw outside the line. You can't go in for. Nah, I think at one point it's like, are we gonna do this? Fuck it, we need a like we think about like it kind of reminds me of like United 93, that flight on 9/11 that like went down. You know, it's reported that the passengers took that plane down and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like that was like what were they supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like abide by the no. At one point, you gotta come together and be like, we have
Come
to
up
do.
with the decision.
we have to do
yourself,
something.
Like,
we're
like-
gonna die, but we're not gonna die like.
Yeah. So my kids are gonna die, but or like maybe if there's a possibility that they don't die, but I have like a way to input. You know.
yeah.
I think that's kind of like I kind of like relate that to that. You know, like we're gonna wait for. I think we not only as like cops, but like the community, we have
Yeah.
to make a decision. Like fuck this. Like no, not right now. Like we all have guns. It's Texas, whatever. Let's go in there and fucking get our kids. But
yeah, protect
Bro,
the
there
It's
children.
was-
but it's easy for me to say.
He
because
would
I'm
have.
like
Exactly.
He
you
would have
said.
easily got outgunned.
Yeah. So
Like maybe a couple people would have had to take some hits. We said this last week. Maybe a couple people take hits, but it wouldn't have been the kids.
like you said, like
Yeah.
I'd, like you said, like I'd be in there for my son and shit. Like
Fuck
you don't think
yeah.
other people would want it? Like would take one? Like if you had a 10% chance to save your kid, you would take it. You know what
Fuck
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like no matter if your life was on the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a decision you gotta let people make sometimes in situations like that, like all that infrastructure bullshit routine. If you don't have the appropriate like response from the people who are supposed to protect you, then
Mhm.
you know,
Do you
like if you're not gonna do it, fuck, give me your gun, bro. I'm
Yeah.
going in there, you know.
Yeah.
So that kind of like it. Now
for
the
real?
story
Give
can
me
go.
your gun.
You know?
Yeah, the story can go like both ways now. Like politically, like
Yeah.
you want to take the gun away from people, but like if you had done that, like that mother wouldn't have ever been able to get her
Right.
kid, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're taking away the last form of like self, defense,
Right.
self protection.
Right.
Like
I would say the last form of self protection would be your hands and feet, but
I mean, yeah, but you know what I meant.
You
Like
don't
you're
bring a
taking
kni-
away
Yeah,
guns. Like
you don't
it's-
bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you guys heard about that other story of those kids that were like planning that like mass shooting?
do you think this shit is becoming like a clout thing?
It is becoming a cloud
It's
thing.
yeah.
We're desensitized. That's the thing I told you guys. Like the kids, to them, they're born in it. Like to us, what was like the first first occasions where we heard about like a mass
And
shooting?
you know what? Like it might have even like maybe they weren't even going to do a mass shooting. Maybe it was just like for like
Yeah,
hype, like how you
yeah.
guys said. Like
like a cloud
what if it
thing.
was just like a prank or like
Yeah.
they were
Nah,
just trying to
fuck
be
that.
they were
There's
just trying to be
nothing-
funny.
There's
Bro,
nothing funny about
they're
that. though.
kids, they're immature, like that's how they think.
Bro,
like,
I was a kid and I was immature, and never did I think like, oh, let's pretend
Yeah.
to kill the fucking school and make it.
Yeah.
but there's
fucking
kids out there that are, you
Yeah.
know, so it can be that, and there's kids out there that actually do want to kill people. There's a whole spectrum. Of
Yeah,
like,
imagine they get that
Of
fucking
this.
kid on the team.
Well, think about it like
He
this.
thinks it's the real.
Like,
He's like, now's my chance.
Like he's saying that's true. I mean, we think about like I don't want to like. I'm not changing the topic, but as like a correlation to this, like Jake Paul, like he vlogged himself and he vlogged the dead person like in his background for clout. You know, like
There's people more immature than
yeah,
like how Jake Paul was back then.
yeah. So
Yeah.
So that's like an occasion where like he got highly criticized for, and they were like, "Why would you do such a thing? You know, it's morally incorrect. You know." But this is too, and like you said, it could be a joke, and it could be for clout. But I'm glad that they're not taking it lightly. You know, I'm glad that they're like, "Nah, you can't."
You better
It's
arrest
like
those kids.
It's like,
Yeah.
isn't it like a federal offense to yell like fire in the theater?
Damn, you should go try it.
I don't know.
I believe it's a federal offense to yell.
So try it, man.
so
So he's got your lawyer.
No, so things like this. So things like this is like one of those, you know what I mean? Like you can't say you're gonna shoot a school. You can't yell.
Like
Fucking
it was
fire in
a
the theater.
federal law to not have your mask on inside of an airplane. Like that was
Yeah.
like the law. Like
Yeah.
Well,
you will
imagine.
go to like
You gotta
remember
abide it.
you would go to fucking 7-Eleven and shit, and the thing is like no masks, no hoods, no hats. When you go into the store type shit, and now like there was a point where it's like you must wear a mask, like to get
Yeah.
into the store.
yeah.
Yeah. So shit like that, I guess, is like where you have to draw a line in the sand and be like, you can't say shit like this, like because this is real, you know.
There was another
And
mass shooting.
if I like let's say I hear like this kid's gonna shoot the school, bro, like and like well we're jumping in. We're
yeah,
like,
we
you know,
packing that nigga.
we're gonna you know like I'm sure there's certain people who feel that way, like what the fuck, like he's gonna really he'll catch us as a body, you know, but
Yeah.
no. So I think there's a lot of shit that goes into this.
There was another mass shooting in Philly like last night,
bro,
I
there's
think.
been like fucking 4 or 5. I can't even remember, bro.
And it's gonna continue, bro. Like
It's gonna
the
go
more
on.
the outside opens, the more.
Also, how many of this was going on along already, and then it's getting put in front of our faces again?
Well, it's because we were
Yeah.
shut down for like 2 years, so there was no way people could get the shooting done.
No, but I think now that we have that there's like a
If they want to make it popular, like they'll make it popular.
Well, think about it. When was there mass amount of people out for like the last 2 years? Not really.
oh yeah.
That's why it's like mass
well,
shootings.
it's all this energy that's been suppressed. You know what I mean? Throughout the pandemic and like
Yeah.
I don't believe
Some
in
people
that
will
shit.
were put in like shitty situations.
you don't believe in what in what?
Bro, I was in that shit, and that shit doesn't make me want to go do that
But
shit.
you're not the only person on this planet, bro. There's people who think way differently, who are
Yeah.
fucking biologically different. They're fucking, you know, everything about them is different, bro. The way they think, everything. And I'm not making an excuse for it, to be honest, because there is no excuse for it. Like you said,
Yeah.
like I've been in shitty situations. I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna take it out on the world.
Yeah,
But I
for
think there are
sure.
people who are not as enlightened.
That's
as
what
you
some
are.
people need to learn. You
Yeah.
know, it's like a big problem where like when someone's angry, they just react out of
Yeah,
anger.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I'm not saying like I'm perfect and like I never do that, but I
Right.
always like try not to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And I think
right.
that's an important like trait that should be taught.
Yeah.
You know, at a young age.
Well, a lot of things aren't being taught anymore because the phone
Yeah.
could do it and YouTube has it. And if you
Exactly.
need to learn something, YouTube will get it done for you.
Yeah.
That's everyone's mentality.
And then you
How
end
to
up.
talk to people go on YouTube. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then you end up in your own algorithm,
Yeah.
in your own echo chamber, and you know.
exactly.
So it's kind of weird. And then now what? Yeah. We're
It's crazy.
desensitized. I think the kids are desensitized.
Well, I seen like Canada is banning some sale of all guns. I saw New York is banning sales of semi-automatics to people under 21. Like people are doing things about it, and it's gonna do do something, you know. But we need more of this to happen if we want it to
Yeah.
like.
It'll bottleneck the situation.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like to some people, to a lot of people, it's like you're taking away like the last kind of freedom that they
Right.
have,
But
the last
not
protection,
really,
their last
bro.
reassurance.
They're
I know
not
it-
taking
okay.
all guns
Okay,
away. That's
right.
the thing.
Okay, think about it like this, 'cause I thought about this over the weekend.
Okay, I know what you mean. It's only
you know-
the ARs or
Yeah.
Okay, you guys obviously know what martial law is, right?
yeah.
Okay, so let's just say like let's take it like as far like this was initially supposed to be a conspiracy episode, you know, the people listening. So let's just take it there real quick. Let's just say in like the worst instance, the worst occasion, martial law coming like for a fucked up reason that the people as a whole don't agree with, and they're coming for us. Now it's the people versus the government. Do you want to protect yourself with a pistol when these guys are coming at you with AKs or whatever rifles that they have, or do you want to be able to protect yourself at the full capacity and you and your family? And this is like the farthest.
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
Red Dawn.
Full
that
capacity.
comes up. That
you would
comes
want
up obviously, and like the
capacity,
number
yeah.
one argument is that like you want to fight your like if if it ever comes down to like people against the government, like you
Yeah.
want to be able to protect yourself. And there's definitely some people that deserve to have those guns, like I've said before, but
Yeah.
there's no reason why someone that's 18 or
Right. I agree.
like
but
irresponsible,
it gets a
fresh
slippery
out of high school, like
Yeah.
can just go and do it. Yeah, like they should maybe
a lot
make
of these
it-
killers are young.
Yeah. Well, it's 'cause their brain's not even developed.
But
Exactly.
okay, even then, like, what if their dad has one and they can just take it from their dad? Like,
That's true.
you know what I mean? Like, it's if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and I think people should be able to protect themselves.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
Okay.
I like where you were going with it, like max capacity.
Yeah.
Like, of course, you would want,
Yeah.
you know, a fucking
Yeah.
AR or
Yeah.
a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Let-
a no-brainer.
Let's say three
you
guys.
would want that.
Let's say three guys are coming up with fucking rifles to your house, and you have your kid, your newborn, and your wife.
Yeah,
well,
You gonna want to pull up on
like
them with your pistol, or
I'm
they'll be like, well, the government told me that my pistol will be fine, but these
Hell
fuckers
no.
got.
I go
like,
Scarface on
I'm
those
finna
motherfuckers.
pull up with El Chapo's bazooka.
and that's kind of like where people take.
Just give me
it
a bazooka,
because
I'll
they-
be fine.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah.
Is it motherfucker? I'm gonna blow you and me up.
I mean, we've had a civil war in this country before.
No, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, think about how crazy that is, you know? Like,
It's
ayo,
not that crazy, bro. We're fucking pretty like stupid. Like
No, but as a nation, like, oh, that's the ops.
yeah, for
Those
sure.
are those are
Yeah.
Norteños.
Yeah.
It happens all over this.
Hey, dog. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was north and
Zandra's
south.
no longer
Yeah.
allowed in the bay.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, it was it was really north versus south back then, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
It really is still
That-
north versus.
yeah, but I don't know. But let's push. We're moving forward. I'm just saying that's existed before in this country. It's not,
Mm.
and that was what? How many years ago? I don't know. Someone pull up
Like
the years.
200
Civil
years.
War.
Antonio, pull up the fucking years for the Civil
Is
War.
it
How long ago
200
was it?
years? 1700s, right? That's when it happened. 1800s.
I don't want to say super fucking because they're gonna clip it and fucking send it to each other. Nah, I'm good. But
When did
Antonio,
we
pull
gain
that
our
up.
independence? 1718.
1776?
I'm just not gonna say
1776?
anything.
There
I
we
could be
go.
wrong.
You're probably right.
Do your own research, guys.
Yeah.
United States of America was founded the 4th of July, 1776.
There we go.
Thank you,
I'm really
Siri.
him.
America.
I'm really him.
See, now,
Fucking
I'm really
Za-
him.
Zandre's
Now
taking
you're-
all series
now,
credit.
Now your Trump hat makes sense.
You're
see
really
what I mean?
him.
You see what
My
I mean?
God, it's really
I'm really him, bro.
in the flesh.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I read it in the book somewhere. one time.
No, it was just a
stated.
question on the test
I-
in 7th grade.
Damn. So that I think for me, back to like the AR and the regulations, like how you were saying, I think that's what makes it tough. Like, what if it's our only option left because the government decided to really take over now that all humans are like weak and powerless? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? What if that happens?
Or what if
I
China
think that's
just
what people
decides
are
to, like,
scared of.
drop in on this?
Yeah. If we really want to take it there too, it's like, how do you beat a civilization? Well, you take out the men first. Who's supposed to defend like the family? And then like
Bro,
thinking
you're gonna get fucking canceled.
why? Because I'm saying the man's supposed to protect them.
No, bro. It's equal rights now, bro. Like,
Nah,
the women can protect the family too.
that's cool too.
Nowadays.
That's like people hate me people hate me because like someone tells me they're a feminist, I'll be like I'm a menace, you know. But I just fuck around. I'm a menace, but it's like reality. Is
No,
just
yeah. Obviously, like they're gonna be the first ones to, you know,
right.
that's their
It's just how like
yeah.
I don't know. Say what you guys want, you know. Like I think that's what you know.
You think AR should be allowed?
See, that's the thing. I don't fucking. That's what's tricky about it.
Because it can
everyone
get
think
into
it's
the wrong hands.
everyone thinks it's an easy solution, but like that's where it's a slippery
not.
slope.
yeah,
You know, that's why
because
it's,
of all these what ifs.
And if
you
you
just have to trust your government.
Okay, but like,
you're gonna have to trust.
you
your
guys
government,
always
yeah.
make the
Do you-
argument
can you
that
trust them?
you guys always make the argument with me that like,
Well,
oh,
did you
bro, like regardless if they start selling them at the store, we could still get them. Like, there's gonna be a way to get them. Like, that's how you get those. And you think that
I
the
guess,
person
yeah.
selling them isn't gonna fucking want to get him out? He's gonna die too. Like,
Maybe now if you want to buy an AR, you have to get like the test, and your family has to get the test
nah.
too.
Now if they put it, now
Damn.
if you buy an AR, they better put one of those fucking chips in your head.
Oh yeah. Oh, where you going with that? We have you at this location. Hey. No. That wouldn't be cool. Like at that point, just take away the ARs. Like you can kill us at any like instant. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, defeats the whole purpose.
damn, you almost had me tricked right there. Like, oh yeah, that doesn't sound bad.
And mind you,
But I was like, oh yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
Money was the first one in line, huh?
Oh yeah, dog, sign me up. Put that chip
That's
in
funny.
me.
Hey, what are they like? They track them and shit. And you can't be within the distance of a school or a church and all that shit.
If you get close to a school,
Or
it blows
okay,
up.
I got one. Okay.
Just dropping off my kid.
with
Okay.
your AR.
Sorry, kid. I had to
Okay.
drop you off at the McDonald's.
Okay,
like,
I got one. I
gotta
got
walk
one.
from here.
It becomes, and this is kind of like a slippery slope too, but like there's like a just like how they on electrical cars and shit.
Fly ass patch.
Just like on electrical cars, how they can disable it, they should be able to disable your gun. Like, you know, like, oh, this is an active shooting. Like this badge.
Oh yeah, call the government.
That means
Oh,
you have to
fuck.
like confirm before you shoot. Like, what if you need it right then and there, and they don't know the situation? What if you're at a school and you're shooting, and they're like, nope, he's out of school, he's not allowed to shoot, but you're trying to shoot the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Well, why would the bad guy have like an?
He won't have an AR, but if you do and you're trying to do that, they won't. They probably won't let it slide.
But
Yeah,
what-
let this fool.
if the
you
bad
know?
guy has no gun, why would you shoot him?
No, let's say the bad guy did have a gun.
Well,
and he
they
was
would
shoo-
fucking stop his gun too. If you guys
Or
No, but like I'm saying, he has a gun without that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
then
tracker
it's too
thing.
complicated.
it's just but you
Just
see, if
put the
that's the
chip
only
in
one
your
shooting,
neck.
it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
just put the
yeah,
chip
yeah.
in your neck, bro. It's the easiest solution.
That's
that-
not gonna work either.
And look at what we're trying to take it to, just so that like we can find something that works. You know, like it's hard. It's not something that's like, oh, it's easy as this, and then it's that
People
simple.
probably think
Because we're
fucking
trying to
stupid.
please, because we're trying to please both sides. That's why.
Yeah, and this is like the fucking.
But that's
podcast.
not gonna work.
And look, this is a podcast where you come kicking, and you just come enjoy with us.
No facts.
No facts.
No facts. We're just
at
giving it to
all.
you raw.
You know,
Whatever we heard on the
raw
street.
emotion, homie talk. This is how we really kick it for real. We really them.